We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro.
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, Brc20, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. Today is going to be a special episode, the great debate. Everybody's been waiting for this. We've been hyping it up all week, actually 2 weeks, going way back from when we were in Nashville, right? So there's a big debate on what is better, what is going to be the winner, Runes versus Brc20. And we have our good friend, Francis Duhn, Uncensored, that's going to be joining us. And it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a great one, guys. So we are going to go over some house rules for this debate. I want to go over them with you guys really quick before I bring the two guests up for this debate. One of them is Shizzy, obviously, and the other Francis. But we want you guys to make that final choice. So I'm just going to give you some guidelines that you can use to decide who you believe won each round, right? So the first house rule is 2 minutes to answer each question, right? And if the argument is good on both sides, I will be the judge to add an additional 2 minutes for each side to rebuttal. So that's the first rule. The second guideline is to look for clarity and relevance, right? Answers that directly address the questions asked to each debater. And then the third is, basically assess the quality of the argument. Look for logic, well-supported points, evidence, examples. Engagement is the next one for the opponent's points. So counter arguments, look for those as well. Presentation is always important for any type of competition. So presentation is something you should look for while remaining respectful. That's going to be the hardest one for each of these guys. So that is a part of this. Creativity, originality is the next one. If they can be creative with proving their points, that's extra bonus points. And then obviously the audience reaction, the audience comments, that's going to be weighted in, or it should be, in my opinion. And the last one is time limits. If someone's constantly going over their time limit and not wanting to pass it over to the next person, that can be annoying. So those are just some guidelines. Obviously, you can use whatever way you want to judge each round, but we wanted to put those out there for you. But without further ado, let's bring up the two competitors today, Shizzy and Francis. There we go. How you guys doing?
Right.
You guys ready?
All right.
How's it going, boys? How's it going? Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Going to see me nail Shizzy to a cross, but, he's used to that.
Yes, he is. And before we get into any more talk here, I just want to let you guys know this great debate is brought to you by Orange, ORNJ, which is a tool set company, and they are a BRC20 with the ORNJ token, but they have a wallet that is very robust. They're integrating AI, so they are here for the infrastructure build out. So we want to give thanks to Damon and the Orange team there.
Shout out Damon, man. He came in through. He's the one who jumped in for this, right? He was like, "Yeah, we'll sponsor it. Let's go." He was excited for this more than we were, and then it got me more excited. Like, you got a sponsor for this now? This is like a real thing.
It's
but
true.
I want to give I'll give a quick statement before we get going, and Francis, you can give a counter to that. But I'm going to destroy this thing. I'm going to just nail. You're going to nail this cross. This is going to be a complete car wreck of a situation that we have here. BRC20s are easy, right? Runes are about to make so many people so much money that it is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So,
I can't imagine where that gun.
What the hell is that?
Where has that gun been?
I was looking at. I had my poker face on, looking at the camera. What did I just miss? This guy's throwing money in the air. Holy crap!
Runes, baby.
That's what's left of his portfolio, right? It's not much left. Like it's disintegrated, so he got a little bit to show here physically. All good. Don't worry.
There's more. It doesn't stop. It stopped. It's done. All right. I gotta clean this up later, but that should be fun.
Francis, how are you feeling about the debate?
Yeah, I'm feeling really great. I don't know if people really know me here. I could briefly introduce myself. Been on YouTube for quite a number of years now. I built the first utility token on Bitcoin, which is Shint. It's the truth. Also, I have experience building with the inscription tool at sathunter.com. And yeah, I just feel as though there is some sort of like misunderstanding with runes. And I want to make this unmistakably clear. I'm not a proponent for any one particular token standard, nor do I pledge allegiance to any one coin. If there's anything that's better technologically that actually solves problems, especially with liquidity pools and user experience, believe you me, I'll be the first person to drop whatever I am supporting for that new thing and adopt it. I also have a clear advantage over most people because I'm not married to either side, although it may look like I'm this BRC20 fanboy. I'm not actually. I'm just speaking from a logical standpoint. And this is when, when you're married to one side, you find yourself blind by narratives because you're all in on that one side. So I'm here to kind of like, and this is the purpose of this debate, essentially, right? Something to replace what already exists in a better way, like runes does not exist because runes is not really addressing the underlying problems, which I'm sure we get into much greater detail during this debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the purpose of this debate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's save some of that good, juicy.
That's just the intro. That's just the intro, bro. Don't worry.
Info for the actual debate here.
Yeah.
And guys, just to let you know, we will be giving away $1,000 or roughly around $1,000 worth of ORNJ provided by the sponsor Orange. And so the way to do that is to make sure you comment in the chat. Shizzy will be adding all the YouTube names to the wheel, and we will spin. I believe he split it up 5 different increments, so roughly around $200 each person has a chance to win. And there will be some extra giveaways as well, but that will probably be on the Twitter side post show. So make sure you are commenting in the space. So again, we gave you guys the guidelines. After each round, we would like for you to either select Shizzy or Francis that you feel won that specific round. If you want to pick Shizzy, add a 1. If you want to pick Francis, add a number 2, and then that's how we will tally them up after each round. All right, so I guess are you guys ready, or do you want to go ahead, Shizzy?
No, I'm just saying, instead of doing the 1 and 2, let's do Shizzy or Francis. I think it's easy enough to just put a name in.
Sure.
Because that way people don't get confused on which one. So one you can either put a 1 or a Shizzy, or a 2. It's kind of too late for that.
Well,
now,
I think that's more confusing if you say you can either put Shizzy or a 1. So let's go one or the other.
All right. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So let's stick with the 1 for Shizzy, 2 for Francis for now, and then if that gives us problems, we can deviate from there. All right, guys, let's get this thing started. For the contestants here, because it is our home court, we are going to give Francis the ball first. So let's go ahead and kick this off, guys. So let's get started. Go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, and by the way, I don't even know what they're about to ask. I don't know these questions, but that's why I like it. So yeah, let's do it.
He didn't want to know.
I didn't want to know. Yeah, I didn't want to know. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And another bit of detail here. Yasher seems to be a Shizzy fan. He just keeps pressing 1 over and over again. Hey, don't confuse us, guys. Okay. And so it is 2 minutes per round. I know I said that before, but I will be sharing my screen here for the timer.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I don't need to do that. I will let you guys know once you're about 20 seconds down. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So we will start with Francis. Francis, the first question is, one of the major issues we face for fungible tokens on Bitcoin is mass adoption. How will BRC20s onboard the masses in the likes of Ethereum or Solana?
Very good question. A very good question. I think that is a huge problem here in this space. And BRC20 tokens, as said in the handbook, was indeed an experiment. If you look what Doma said, that was an experiment. Runes was not an experiment, right? And yeah, people came, they saw that how we could have fungibility of tokens on Bitcoin. That was revolutionary. But what really halted everything was a trading experience, right? And, you know, with these upgrades that's coming to BRC20s, I think it's truly going to fix that. When you're talking about LPs and when you're talking about listing these tokens like an NFT in a marketplace structure, I don't think that's going to cut the mustard for these guys in Solana and Ethereum and whatever to come over here. So this is why I have to bring up Runes here, is because when Runes comes out, it still has the same issues. It kind of like picked up where BRC20s left off, but at the end, it didn't ever progress. It never changed anything. So to answer your question here, in short, we're going to need BRC20 2.0 upgrade. The BRC20 standard was an experiment, and it shows what's possible. But what we need from here now to actually have mass adoption is liquidity pool trading over here on L1. And we could talk about all these different L2s, what they're doing, and it's great work. But for BRC20s, it's going to have to be having those liquidity pools and not having this as an NFT structure, in my humble opinion. The transfer inscription is not even the issue, but I'm sure that's a question later on.
Yeah. So you do have about 35 seconds left. Anything else you want to throw on that? Okay.
That's fine for now.
All right. Okay, so Shizzy, go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Same, you want me, I'll rephrase the question here or ask it again. Yeah. So one of the major issues we face for fungible tokens on Bitcoin is mass adoption. How will Runes onboard the masses in the likes of Ethereum or Solana?
Go. I see mass adoption as like kind of an equation. And I think the two variables would have to be, you know, marketing and builders. I think if you put marketing and building in the same category, you get mass adoption. And I think right now what Runes is doing is the #1 marketed I don't care, over everything. It's over Tap, it's over BRC20, it's over everything. It is being marketed by the biggest influencers in, like them or not. I mean, they are Leonidas, Trevor, and those guys. When people come into the space, they hear their voices first, and their marketing. They get 700 to 2,000 people in their spaces every Monday. It's highly marketable, and I think Leonidas is probably the top guy at marketing. I mean, he's doing a great job for Ord.io, and you know, by pushing Runes, he's pushing Ord.io, so it's beneficial to him to do so. So I just think that, and all the building that is happening, every single day we talk to people and they say they have a Rune, right? We talked to Networth yesterday, we talked to Hermetica. Every single project that we talk to has a Rune, not a BRC20, not a Tap token. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is people building on these, but it's very few and far from the people that we talk to with Rune. So again, it's marketing plus builders equals mass adoption.
I'll tell you why that's all wrong.
Well, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna give you. Okay, so we have the LP, we have the marketing LP from Francis, the marketing from Shizzy. I'm gonna give Francis a minute to rebuttal what Shizzy just said. Go ahead, Francis.
Yeah, sure. They may be the biggest influencers and all that, and you're talking about marketing, and you can market something. But if your product is shit, you're marketing a pile of shit. And that's what it is. Runes is exactly that. There's not much to market. There's not much change there. And when these people come here and you're having mass marketing on something that doesn't appeal to people, it's the worst type of marketing you could have. This is why we see Runes in the red. This is why it's not progressing. And we could talk about billers. Billers could build all they want, but billers would have built on whatever else was the hot thing. And I think right now Runes is the shiny object, and they're gravitating towards that. So I don't think that as big as your influence may be, if what you're marketing is fucking garbage and doesn't really address real issues, you're marketing a pile of shit. And I feel like this is why it's not really seeing innovation happen in the space when they had all the support from day one. So I'll leave it at that.
All right, Shizzy, your rebuttal, you got a minute. Go now.
Yeah, so everything's down, right? So you're saying that Runes is down. BRC20s is just down. So the only BRC20s that's up right now is Sats. And that's really the only one. Everything is down. You go to Cardano, you can go to any chain. All the coins are down, just like Runes is. And Ordi did the exact same thing last year. Ordi went to $26 down to $2. The same exact time frame. No coins do good in August and September. Nothing does well in July. Nothing.
But it first went from
said it yourself.
0.003 cents to $26 and then went down.
But no, it went from 0 to that number first because it was an airdrop. It was absolutely completely free.
No, Ordi.
So
I'm talking about
Okay.
Ordi.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Ordi
Okay,
was
so
free.
all right. So you,
Get minted.
It's free.
all right, guys.
How's that
We got
free?
a lot
You
of
gotta pay minor
we got a lot of
fees.
questions here. We got a lot of questions here. This is the last 30-second round. You guys are arguing back and forth of Dog and Ordi. Let's continue that conversation. Francis, go.
Yeah, Dog and Ordi, there's no comparing because Ordi, I'm talking about token performance here, not the airdrop. We get that. I've said this in the only price prediction of Dog to be correct was mine's. Everybody's talking about 1,000x, 100x. Dream on. It created way too much pre-market whales, and the scoreboard right now, which is CoinGecko and all these other charts, are showing that I am correct. So no matter how much we could come up with these unfalsifiable claims without any proof, and we're looking for credibility, it's not going to work.
All right.
That was 1 minute.
Good point. All right. You got 30 seconds.
Oh,
This
30
is the third
seconds.
round. So 30 seconds for your final rebuttal here, Shizzy.
Yeah, Dog is just better. No, just kidding. No, so basically 30 seconds is not enough time.
It's not enough. It's not enough for this topic. No, I was going to say maybe 1 minute.
Because we have several topics. So I think
This is a big one, though. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Okay, so I'll give you guys both
a minute.
Additional
I'll come
minute.
back. Let him carry on.
All right, what was the question again?
You got a minute. So I mean, he was talking about Ordi and how the performance was better than Dog.
And I didn't even get to the points, but go on there.
You're gonna have your chance. Go ahead, Shizzy.
All right. So basically, everything obviously is down right now. Ordi, Dog, doesn't matter what it is. Ordi was at $90 down to 26, right? You in the same time frame that Dog was, basically at 700K, 800K. But to me, the big thing isn't the market caps of these coins. It's not at all. The big thing to me is the holders. So Dog has picked up almost 7,000 new wild holders in the last 2 weeks. I don't give a crap about price right now, market cap right now. None of that means anything. It's the amount of people, the amount of wallets that are entering the system, and they're all buying Dog. No one's really buying Ordi. Everyone sees Ordi is too high of a market cap.
Okay, all right. So this is your final rebuttal. We're going to move on to the next.
So since we're talking about token performance, and Ordi went from 0.003 cents all the way to $80. It went from 0.003 cents from the mint, okay, all the way to $26. What's the math on that? It's over 1,000x plus. So Ordi, I'm sorry, what's this thing? Dog, it cannot even cross 3.5x. What are we talking about here? People who are buying in, not everybody got the airdrop. As I said, you get the airdrop, run with that, but people buying in are wrecked, are absolutely wrecked. And I don't care about wallet holders. Those are just a bunch of wrecked people. That's how I see it. So I don't know what wallet holders has to do with token performance. People are buying a coin in the hope that it goes up so they can make money, but now they're getting wrecked, and I tried to warn them. If you listen to Shizzy, you'll be wrecked. If you listen to me, you would have saved your Bitcoin. That's that.
All right, guys. All right. No, that's
hold
it.
Hold on. Ordi wrecked way more people than Dog. Ordi was at $90 being bought by the Chinese.
All right, guys.
If you got Ordi at the beginning, which is the argument here, like
nobody
Dog
did. Like 9 people did. It was your.
All right, guys. So I had to mute them because we're listening to Trump versus Biden right now. So hey, listen, guys. I'm going to hit a vote now message in the thing, and then you're going to select number 1 or number 2. Shizzy is number 1 and Francis is number 2. Go now.
Oh, I see you,
now.
Danny.
Sorry.
Danny.
Now,
you want to play those games, Danny?
And you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute to make your selection because we're going to tally.
This is bullshit. The people don't matter. The people don't matter.
Am I in the live chat? Oh shit, we got some twos up in here. Is that me?
Yeah.
Is that me? My guys.
A couple threes.
My guys. We're taking over Ordinal Revolution channel today.
Screw all you guys.
You got about 35 seconds left.
A lot of twos up in there.
Coming in strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Duhn number 1 after once the timer is done so we can tally him up at the end here. That'll be done for the first round, and you got about 15 seconds. I'm going to make this next round when you guys vote about 30 seconds because I feel like a minute's too long.
Yeah.
We got 10.
I feel like Francis brought all of his homies over. I mean,
Bro, I swear to God, I just tweeted it out, and that was that. I didn't even share it in my chats.
1, done. All right, guys. So the first round is done for voting. We are going to move on to the second round. We're going to start with Shizzy on this one. So the second question for the debate is, here it goes. Builders are the building blocks for a successful ecosystem. Does Runes attract builders? Is the current builders community in Runes efficient, or is it lacking? Go.
The people building on Runes right now are some of the smartest people that we've talked to. We talk to a lot of people in the space. We do a lot of interviews. We do like three a week. Every single one of them says they're building on Runes. I haven't heard someone say they're building on Brc20s in a really long time. The building, I mean, even when they build something like Arch and stuff, they always say, yeah, Runes, right? Runes. You don't hear anything about Brc20s. And that's my main point is Brc20s came into this Chinese momentum trading. There was no actual people buying anything with utility. With Runes, I feel like there's a lot of utility being bought up, not just the meme coins. If you look at what's going on right now, you can say what you want about RSIC, but it's being traded daily. RSM being traded daily. A lot of these tokens with actual utility that's going to come later. Obviously, we don't know what a lot of that is, but with the ones that are saying there are utility tokens, there's so many more than there is Brc20s. There's barely any. I can go on Unisat right now, and I can barely find 5 actual tokens that could potentially have utility.
All right, you still got a minute left. You good?
A minute? I'm good.
All right,
it's easy.
All right. Yep. Okay. All right.
I mean, when you talk about building, I don't see anybody building on Runes. I know what you're talking about. Maybe with the exception of Liquidium, but all those other ones that you talk about are talking about building, but there's nothing actually built on Runes. And furthermore, it's hard to build on a standard when there's not much infrastructure. What a token does is it's a representation of value. It's not a true technology. It's just a standard for a token, right? So when you have a lack of infrastructure, it's hard to build on. But if you could choose your value or your token for your project, you just attach that to any token standard that you want. And of course, right now, all the big shills are shilling Runes. So as an entrepreneur, as a businessman building something or eventually going to, I want to choose what's hot right now. But guess what? Maybe that might change later down the road. Now, you talk about Brc20s, Unisat build there, Ordinals bot build there. They got a token, right? As much as, and they even copied us, but that's a different story. And even Sat Hunter. So, I mean, and that's just what I know. I think Ords are they a BRC? I don't know. But
they're Rune.
They're Runes, right? Okay, cool. So then, well, they probably switched to it after because that's the market. But there's nothing really truly tangible when it comes to building on Runes right now. There's hype, there's talk. And what is hype? Hype is a big bubble, and in the center, it's emptiness. And that's going to pop, and it's already popping right now.
All right.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too, we don't just have Liquidium. We have DotSwap now that they're building a Rune.
That's true.
They're actually, you have so many different Ordzar, Zar. They're building Odin Swap, which is going to be a swap. They're also a Rune that you're going to be staking and you're going to be earning fees from that.
But what happens when those guys realize that how Binance is not interested, China's not interested, the fucking volume's going down, their business are going to go bankrupt. That's what's going to happen to those guys.
China isn't interested in anything right now. They're not buying anything. They're not buying Brc20s.
They're not interested in much right now is because they didn't see much change from the first standard with his Brc20s. That's the point.
It's because they're momentum traders. They come in. They're very smart people. They're some of the smartest traders in the world. They are traders and nothing else. They come in.
Exactly. And how could a trader trade on an NFT marketplace for tokens? That's my point.
But there's swaps coming. Like I said, Odin Swap and DotSwap. They both have Runes.
The other problem with that is nobody's going to wait 20 minutes for a fucking transaction or fucking 12 minutes, bro. So whoever's creating an LP on layer 1, exactly. You think Solana guys used to fucking 2-second transactions are going to wait 20 minutes, bro? So it's a failure even if you do that down there. That's why I like Fractal. But whatever.
Well,
hey guys, just real quick, guys. Hey, look, because you guys are pretty much getting some good flow in, what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to ask the question on one side or the other like we've been doing, and I'm going to give a free flow of 5 minutes back and forth, right? So you guys can continue the conversation. You got about 4 minutes left, so go ahead.
What's the question?
Well, you guys were just talking about, you were saying that China, isn't trading right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, and that's a good point. He is correct in that regard, right? Traders, and what do traders want? They want LPs, but they're not going to also wait. So again, I like what DotSwap's doing, and I truly mean that. And I think they got some good developers there. However, I think they're missing half of that equation, half of that picture. half of it is liquidity pools, absolutely. But if we're waiting 12 minutes, 20 minutes, 34 minutes, like you're talking about transfer inscriptions, I gotta wait. If we're waiting that long, and I know it's a Bitcoin thing, that's a problem. So then the thing now comes, the question now remains is we need to have faster blocks, and then we also need to have liquidity pools. And that's not going to happen on L1. No matter how much, it's just not going to bring adoption and traders to L1 waiting that long to buy in at a fucking at a low price or whatever it is, whatever price point they want to enter. It's just not going to happen. It just wouldn't happen. So it's half-baked. It's a half-baked product at the end of the day.
Well, I disagree because we just saw the BRC20 markets explode, right? And they exploded with everything. Everything on the BRC20 markets exploded back when that was momentum trading. China, they're not day traders. They don't buy something that morning and sell it that night. So to them, it doesn't matter. They are swing traders. They buy something this month to sell it next month. You saw that with all the coins. They all exploded up. It was definitely musical chairs where the last person to get in was the person to hold the bag, which happens on every space at all. But they are not day traders. So to your your point there is you're thinking they're going to come in and they care about waiting 20 minutes. They want to make sure they're not going to get sniped first off, right? And there's tools for that now that you can come in on something like Magic Eden and you can just make sure you don't get sniped because you can do stuff. There's no tools like that on BRC20s right now where you can kind of come in unless you're going to build it yourself. But there's nothing right now where if you get sniped, you get sniped. I got sniped so many times. At least on Magic Eden now, if I want to buy something, I can set the limit of SAT versus V-bytes. I can go all the way up to 80, 90 if I want to make sure that I get my position, the one I wanted. So I think that China, they are swing traders, are not day traders. They don't give a crap about waiting 10 minutes as long as they make sure that they're getting the position and the price that they want without overpaying.
Francis?
Yeah. I mean,
you guys have 2 minutes left, by the way. Go ahead, Francis.
Yeah, I go back and if you want to talk about design flaws and why China's not interested in runes, it's because not that they're not interested in anything. They're always interested, but they're just not interested in being scammed. And with these long ass fucking 14 ass character tickers, that gets retarded setback design flaw. China is getting scammed. Other people will create and the similar ticker replace a character. These guys are buying into the wrong thing and getting scammed. So it's just a horrible experience for them. And I actually know this firsthand, right? Again, everything that I say is actually either from experience or historical data or hearing it from the horse's mouth. And when I went to Hong Kong, I said, yo, bro, what do you guys think of runes? The tickers are too long, characters are too long. We have troubles buying it. It's just not a pleasing experience. It's not convenient at all. So again, I think China is very important when you're talking about anything here, tokens especially. And like what you're saying, how they came into BRC is because it was the notion of having tokens on Bitcoin is why they went there. Not because they don't care about waiting for all these, the transactions to go through because they're okay with that. They're not okay with that too, but they're happy to see tokens on Bitcoin. That's why they rushed there. And when they heard about this new thing that's repackaged version of BRCs, they were let down. All right. They got let down. So they didn't want to mess with that stuff.
Why do people think China's so stupid? You really think that China can't go and check the holder count or something? You really think that China can't go check a freaking dashboard to kind of see what's been trading? China's not a bunch of idiots. They're some of the smartest traders in the world. So I'm going to debunk the crap out of that. They're going to get
30 seconds left, guys.
These guys are the most intelligent traders I've ever met in my life. They are on top of stuff, but they're momentum traders, right? They go after the momentum. So for them to buy something, they got to see it being bought 13 times. So they don't care if it says craziness that they don't understand. It doesn't matter. They're going to look at the holder count. They're going to look at the volume. They're going to look at the market cap. They are not stupid. They're not going to fall for that shit.
That's not what happened with Lego.
Last 30 seconds for Francis. Because
with Lego, they just fucking trade. They want to win for anybody to come in. They want to get in first. We've seen that with Atomicals. They were first out with Atomicals. They start dumping on people too. But I'm just saying, I don't buy into that. They wait for people to come, then the momentum's there, then they join. I think China's trying to get into something first, although they were kind of late for BRC's .sats domains.
They're always late.
Yeah, right. But no, after that change with Atomicals, they were first there. They wanted to get the next best thing. So I don't really agree with that entirely, but I get the logic.
All right. Great job, guys, for round 2. Go ahead and vote for who you think won that round. 1 for Shizzy and 2 for Francis. Put your vote in.
Hey, Shizzy, try not to send the bots to the live chat to hit 1, okay?
This is in front of I got caught. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good banter, guys, and appreciate both of you guys really just being passionate about each side, and this is the conversations that the space needs to hear, right? So
yeah, no, for sure.
I'm curious
open
real quick. What kind of coffee guy are you, Francis? I can judge a lot by a person by their coffee.
Yeah, I used to drink dark roast, but that got me too jittery, so I just drink regular. They call it a regular coffee
Black?
over here. Yeah, no, I actually put 2 cream. I used to drink black coffee all the time, but now it's 2 cream.
1. Done. All right, guys. Thanks for putting your votes in. That is done for the second round.
Yo,
here.
bro, we got mad twos. Okay.
It's by the same people, the same 3 people.
All right, so we are in round 3 now. By the way, guys, this is the first time we ever did this, so give us some grace here, especially me, please.
The ones, baby. Let's go with the ones, baby.
All right, so well, it's too late because we just finished the voting, so all this stuff doesn't count. All right, so question number 3. We're gonna go back to Francis. Let's kick it off. All right, so question number 3. One issue we face with Bitcoin are the limitations. No matter how advanced BRC20 is on layer 1, we still have to wait for block transaction times. With that said, why is BRC20s the best standard to scale with using ZK rollup technology in the future or using another layer such as Fractal?
Yeah, very good question. Again, as I said, I don't pledge allegiance to one or the other. I think it's great for all of these standards, not just BRCs, because we're seeing runes have the same limitations due to Bitcoin that we saw with BRC20s. And I think having these, like Fractal Bitcoin coming to market with where it's like the same exact code as Bitcoin, it's proof of work, faster blocks, LPs, it really fires on all cylinders there. And this is not just, great for BRCs. This is great for runes. And then it goes back to my point. I'm all for innovation, bro. I don't care if I own bags or not. So when you see something like Fractal come to market to fix the entire landscape, not just one or the other, unlike others out there who are trying to monopolize something, trying to kill an industry, Magic Eden not supporting BRCs, Unisat's doing the opposite. They're not playing this dirty game. They're not trying to price you out. They're not trying to flood the market. They're adding value to the overall landscape of the industry. And those are the guys I want to back, especially knowing that how they first risked their capital, right, back last year when it was uncool to invest into this weird thing called tokens on Bitcoin. Everyone thought it was a scam. They said, now, you know what? We will take the lead here and we'll, take the initiative to build this out. And sure enough, they did. So knowing that how Fractal is coming from those guys, I'm bullish on it, not just for BRCs, but for everything. Because we can have these debates all day long. We can send out tweets all day long, but nothing's going to be changed if we have real technological advancements. And Unisat and guys from like Spencer from Blockspace, I believe, who's part of that initiative, are holding the bulls by the horns and are up for the challenge. So, and they want to block out all this bullshit. Shizzy's talking about marketing. I think when something's over marketed, that's when you need to like take a step back, right? Just because everybody's rushing into it doesn't mean you shouldn't take serious, some time aside for some serious investigation and research. So I love that they're not overly marketing it. They're focused on the actual product and they want to fix the entire landscape. It's not just about one thing or the other. We could all coexist, right? But we need people to actually build things out that fixes the actual issues, and that's what they're doing.
4, 3, 2, 1. That was a great answer. Yeah, I mean, because you used the entire 2 minutes there. All right, Shizzy, I'm going to read the question back to you. One issue we face with Bitcoin are the limitations. No matter how advanced runes is on layer 1, we still have to wait for block transaction times. With that said, why is runes the best standard to scale with using ZK rollup technology in the future or using another layer such as Fractal?
Fractal Bitcoin's going to save runes.
Fractal Bitcoin is going to save a lot of things. First off, I just want to say that I'm very bullish, just like you are, on Unisat. Unisat they don't care about the standard. They're not picking a winner. So I just want to get that. I'm using my time for that. Fractal is going to do something special. I'm excited for it as well, but I think it's going to really do everything for the Bitcoin layer space. But to answer your question there, runes is going to be something that's going to be a lot easier and a lot lighter to use things like OpCat with, to be able to move it over to different layers or different exchanges. Runes will eventually be everywhere. Runes will be on every single chain. I don't say the same thing about BRC20s because of the fact that it's a UTXO model. It's going to be a lot easier to move. It's a lot lighter. I was talking to a lot of guys over the last couple of days getting ready for this debate, like CB Spears, and he said you can't do the things that you can do with runes. Do runes with BRC20s. It's just not possible, especially something like OpCat. A guy who has studied OpCat and just says that moving the things over to a different exchange is a lot easier, especially something like Lightning. So a lot of people don't know Lightning is building a lot going on. They're going to build swaps over there, going to build a lot of stuff, and getting it to runes to this layer 2. The only real layer 2 right now without OpCat is Lightning Network, and they're going to have swaps and things like that for runes. No one is building anything for BRC20s on Lightning because you can't put an inscription on Lightning right now, but you can put a UTXO model based thing like runes.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know
how 5 minutes. Go.
Did you just say that how runes is going to be on every chain?
It will be.
How's it going to be on every chain?
Just like it's on Merlin right now.
Okay. You mean like in a wrapped version, like that? Okay,
in a wrapped version, yeah. But that's the thing is like it's going to be, and especially.
But the reason why I asked it is because if it could go in a wrapped version, BRC20s goes in wrapped versions as well, without the need for a transfer inscription or inscriptions once it becomes on that other side of the the L2 or whatever. So it's the same thing. When you bridge it over.
So because it has the transfer inscription, it's doing things like that. Is you're gonna have to get
bro,
into
you want this transfer inscription, bro? Like let me show you guys something right now, bro. How do I share my screen? Let me show this. Oh shit, do we have time for this? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause the time real quick, but just don't take too much time up, okay?
Oh god, I can't promise that because let me see. Okay, so present. Let me go share screen.
Make sure it's safe for work. I'm just kidding.
Windows.
Why do you have Sydney Sweeney on your computer, bro? What's going on with that?
Do you guys see what?
I thought that came default with Windows.
Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yeah, we see it now.
So this is sathunter.com. Let me make sure I'm in the right wallet. Okay, you guys talk about this transfer inscriptions, all this shit. So this is what we did here. There's no problem with transfer inscriptions, okay, guys? If you want to create a token, if you wanted to like use a token or send it out, all you got to do is like create what we did. We chained the transfer inscription with the token balance in the same block. So now you don't have to wait for a transfer inscription to arrive after a block confirmation to issue out tokens, right? So let me use that example with like, I don't know, freaking, we got a peer-to-peer transfer over here, right? I'm going to go to Shint. Transfer amount, I don't freaking know. Let me just go freaking 1,000, right? Receiver's address. Oh god, I need a random address. Okay, this is where I might fuck up. Hold
on. John says Shizzy is getting destroyed.
No, he's John's a hater. He's in my hater. John,
I love you, brother. I love you. Yeah. So look at this. Look at this. So look at this, guys. This is a peer-to-peer transfer. I am transferring out Shint, and this works for any BRC20 tokens that you may have. Not only Shint. If you want to send Ordi, you want to send Sats, you want to send whatever you're into, you come on over here without the need of a transfer inscription, and you want to send 1,000 tokens to this guy. Look what we did here, brother. This is the transfer inscription here. This is the token balance. You view it. You sign this off at the bottom here, which I'm not going to do right now. This is just the example. Okay. So this is the transfer inscription. And this is the token balance right here. If I sign these two things off, guess what? It's sent in one block confirmation. So there's no argument about transfer inscriptions anymore. These guys that you're talking about, I think they're Mickey Mouse devs. They're fucking on what's that thing called? Workopolis or some shit, looking for work, and they're like Googling how to do shit. Because if I can figure this out, I don't know how the fuck they can't. This is what truly pisses me off.
Yeah. I just think that the BRC20 developers need to have consensus with that, because there's not enough of that. Like what you created was awesome, but there needs to be that across the board.
No one else is doing
it. Okay, let's get back into the argument here, though.
I just said one last thing, 2 seconds, please. But this is not even a new standard I'm offering. This is just innovation on what already exists, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like saying that how .swap can make an LP on runes. But it's just innovation on what already exists. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure. But then go look in that wallet. You have like 5,000. Like in my BRC20s wallet, I have like 2 of them. There's like 5. I can't even sip through it. There's so much shit in there, and everything gets kind of pushed to the bottom. So I got runes that I've totally not runes. I have inscriptions I totally forgot I had because it's covered in dumbass transfer inscriptions and all this stuff that gets sent to my wallet, and then I get the balance. I like my wallets neat and stuff, but I can't imagine a wallet like Sad Hunters. You probably have like 4,000 transfer inscriptions sent that get sent to the wallet. It's probably crazy.
They're saying your volume's too low. Can you for your mic? Can you bring that a little bit closer?
That's just one guy. He's being an asshole. He's one.
No, I hear him. Okay, I am fine.
Yeah, I was about to say you do sound pretty.
It's just one guy. He's being an asshole.
Go ahead with your argument, but it's cluttered.
I totally forgot where I was now, Yagobi.
No, inscriptions are cluttering your wallet.
They're cluttering. It's ridiculous. My wallet. I was a swing trader. I wasn't even like this kind of crazy trader. I traded maybe a few times a week, but I have over like 1,000. And being able to get the satoshis out of that is going to cost me way more. I'm throwing away Bitcoin every single time I trade a BRC20.
I am painfully aware that this is a problem as well. Like you are correct, right? Like there's a bunch of transfer inscriptions in there. I wouldn't see that how it's a problem, but it is clunky. It's clunky for sure. But I feel as though the Unicide wallet guys could fix that, right? I mean, and again, BRC20 was an experiment to begin with. So we could expect these types of things. What's that?
A failed experiment.
Well, hey, it was an experiment that created a huge ass market, bro. You know what I mean? And it just took on a life of its own. So I mean, like, experiment or not, it created this industry, and this is why we're here sitting talking about it, and this is why runes even exist. But
no, you're right. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Guys,
Runes
stop
only
putting
exists
1 or
here
2
20
in
years
until I hit the vote now. Y'all just keep putting 1 and 2 in. Okay, sorry guys.
It's so
Y'all have
funny.
about 2
I've never
minutes
seen
left
a
for
lot
that.
of these guys, and they're all coming in and saying Shizzy lost.
Bro,
Shizzy got
I
hammered.
swear to you, Shizzy, I didn't even share it. The only place I shared it was Twitter, and that was your live
And
stream link.
Fiverr. You shared it with Fiverr. No, I'm just kidding. Forget the bot.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm messing around.
But I
right,
do
there's
love
still
how we
2
do have a
minutes.
bunch of new people in here today. It's awesome.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on
And
to the next question here.
Private Hoer,
Sorry.
aka Hishma, stop putting your damn wild edges in there. I'm gonna make sure you're not even on the freaking wheel, you loser.
All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna tell you when to vote, and it is right now. Put a 1 or 2 in there. 1 for Shizzy,
guys,
2 for Francis.
Do it for Order of. Oh, Pathfinder, screw you guys.
Let me see. Let me see what we got here.
I'm gonna remember
we got the
every single 2. I'm gonna
twos!
remember every single 2. I'm gonna make
Two,
sure you guys
two.
never win anything.
Oh, we got 3.
Yes, you guys
Chitoshi,
got
what the hell?
15 more seconds.
I know
15 more
Mike's
seconds. 3 for Yagobi. Yeah.
That's all the 3's a tie.
Come on,
this has been fun though. It's been
fun. It's a good convo.
All right.
340 people in here right now. Shout out to you guys.
3, 2, 1. All right, the votes are in for round 3. All right, we are going to round 4 now. We're going to start with Shizzy. All right, here is the question. The OGs all know that in the end, backing and marketing win for the most of the crypto industry space. Tech is rarely the main variable of success. How does Runes position itself versus the opposition, Brc20, from a backing or marketing perspective?
This kind of goes back to what I said before. It's like, you know, when you have a good token standard, and I think it's the best on Bitcoin, it's easy to market because people do it for you, right? The marketing really comes from people buying these coins and by the amount of wallets that come in. We're seeing, you know, Runes destroy everything on the amount of new wallets. We've had 800,000 wallets come in and buy Runes, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, those are exit liquidity people. Yeah, go on.
But they're still coming in there buying Runes, right? So back at the halving, pre-halving, we had about 200,000 wallets in Ordinals. After halving, right now we have about 800,000, and 600,000 of them came in, and the Runes buys are way higher than the Brc20 buy. Yes, some of them are coming in and buying Brc20s, but most are coming in and buying Runes. And to the marketing part of it, it really just takes word to mouth is probably the best marketing. When someone come in and in the fall and winter, we're going to see people saying, "I made 10,000x on this coin. I made 1,000x on this coin, 1,000x on this one." That's all coming. Saying I made 1,000x on a Brc20, it's never going to happen again. It has happened, but it won't ever happen again because there's no one built. There's no new
Francis,
coin.
I'm gonna give you your chance.
Yeah, I'm just fucking laughing here, bro. But go on.
Yeah, finish. You got 30 seconds, Shizzy. You're not gonna make 1,000x with Brc20.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. The Brc20s is over because there's not even no more tickers. All the 5-digit tickers are trash. I mean, they're all just like all in one wallet. Pizza was the only 5 ticker that actually even did something, and that cost them $2 million to airdrop it. And nowhere near that cost Leonidas to airdrop Dog. It wasn't nowhere near 2 million.
Okay, my turn.
Right, Francis, go ahead.
Now it's my turn. So you want to talk about it's never going to happen again? What you said, 1,000x, bro? How many times do you want to hit 1,000x? At least it did already go over 1,000x. You're talking about these will happen, this will happen, but what already happened was 1,000x multiple times on BRCs. You guys what's your best fucking token? It was BAMP. The only one that I really picked along with Rooney too, and I think Rooney's going to do some good things, and I think Rooney could help the Runes standard. But you're talking about what ifs. We're talking about what already did happen. We're talking about facts over here. You're talking about unfalsifiable claims, which is something that you don't have any data to support, saying it still will do 1,000x, trying to look for credibility because that's what you want to chant, and that's what people want to hear. And I don't mean this personal, you know that, right, Shizzy? But no, I mean that when I say that. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you know, you're saying all this 1,000x. Oh, it's still what? At some point, people gotta take a step back and be like, yo, bro, enough of this. What if? Could be. I want to know what happens, right? What is logic? Look at the charts. This thing already did that. You guys are never going to see that, and I wish you do. And I wish my research tells me, you know, something else that favors you. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to people and say, yes, you're going to get that. I just don't see that happening. It's not even me. It's the logic and the data says that. It's not going to happen, bro. It just can't. And yeah, marketing. Well, what do you expect when the biggest influencers find out that they miss it on the gold rush, which was Brc20 tokens, talking about Bugatti fucking collections, like if anybody give a shit about that, and then realize they missed out on BRC, so now they want to come with a new thing, Runes. Of course, when you have over hundreds of thousands of people on Twitter and you're shilling this shit every fucking day, Idiots are going to come buying at the top. Idiots are going to come rush in because influencers are talking about it. BRC20s didn't have no influencers. We didn't have nobody backing it, but yet it did the gains you just admitted to over 1,000x without that shit. So when you have mass marketing, chances are it's exaggerated. That's exactly what Runes is. It's fucking exaggerated.
All right.
The only reason
We're going to
why
go
BRC20
freestyle. 5 minutes for the freestyle round. Go ahead, Shizzy.
The only reason why BRC20 did anything because of Bitcoin, and they had no competition back then. They had no competition. There was no competition for BRC20s. You weren't going in and you were buying, you know, all this crap.
Because first is first. They were the first to do it.
But that's the thing. There was no competition. It was so easy for something like Ordi to do 1,000x because there's nothing else to buy. Now you have so many other.
It's not about no competition. It was revolutionary. It was groundbreaking.
And now it's over because there's things that are better now, right? So that's the thing.
If you consider forced narratives better than organic growth, then I guess that's what you think. But organic growth to me always outperforms forced narratives from people who wants to put the culture in accordance to their personal preferences. I don't see it the same way.
Narrative. And the thing is too is like it's going to repeat, like everything's going to repeat again, but this time it's going to be for Runes, and that's because the momentum traders aren't here yet. Momentum traders are coming. China is coming, and they're not stupid.
Another impossible claim. Let's talk about facts here. Let's not talk about what
Where's China going? You think these guys don't want to make money? They know how to make money.
No, they don't want to lose money, that's for sure. They don't want to lose money, that's for sure. So for the people here right now in the live chat, are you wrecked with Runes? Put wrecked if you're wrecked. Let's be honest with ourselves here.
But
okay?
This time last year, everyone in BRC20s was wrecked.
That's after it already did over fucking 200.
But it went down to $2. It went down to $2.
Bro, $2. Do the math. 0.003 cents. Do the math on $2.
But it wasn't though because you're paying a lot more in like it was free. Just like that. It was
not free because it cost you money.
There was no fees. It was like
Dog was free. Dog was free because it got airdropped, so you never had to go and pay the miners. And when you're actually bulking, 100 at a time or bulk inscriptions, that actually adds up.
That's not true because Leonidas did pay the miners. He got. So someone paid the miners.
No, Leonidas raised money from you guys to pay the miners.
He didn't raise money from me. It was raised money from the big boys. It was Jeff.
He raised money to do it.
A whole bunch of other guys.
That's his business. But as you didn't come out of your pocket, so you can't like. You know what I mean? As a guy holding,
still 10,000x for me when I get free dog.
You got a handout.
It wasn't
you didn't risk any money. You didn't risk your money. You did in order to calculate gains. There must be risk. But hold on, you got rich. Even though I give you $1 million, you can't say that's a million X gains. That's just something for free. No. Because
so I want to clarify one thing. So with the airdrop, yes, it was airdrop to you, but you had to have spent money on previous inscriptions to get a certain airdrop. So technically there was a little bit spent, but you didn't know about it. You didn't know. It wasn't an intentional thing.
That metric does not exist in any mainstream crypto directory like a CoinGecko.
That's true.
How much gains I made off of airdrops? Only fucking dumb, poor people who don't know how to fucking use their brain is going to fucking calculate and think of it like that. And when I say broken-minded people is what I mean, not financially poor, but broken-minded people, broke-minded people are going to think like that. And you talk about this airdrop thing, that's another big problem here with, with this entire like Runes thing, is because when you airdrop something, you have to trust that that actual person that's airdropping is going to give it to the correct wallets. When you deal with BRC20 tokens, it's all on-chain. There's a cryptographic aspect to it still, where you know for certain everybody has to go through that same way. You don't gotta trust any Jesus Christ Lord Leonidas because I like him. We don't do likes here. Likabilities over facts does not ride,
2
right?
minutes.
Right? So what I'm saying is, with this airdrop, it opens up for a lot of room for corruption. BRC20 tokens, there's no room for corruption because it's all on chain, and that's restoring the core values of Bitcoin. Runes isn't.
And you put out a bounty, and nobody was able to get the bounty because there was no corruption.
That's not true. There's something called.
You put out a whole Bitcoin in a bounty, and nobody came to you for that Bitcoin.
There's something called circumstantial evidence, right? And that's enough to put somebody in jail for life in today's world. We don't need all of these like tit for tat. Here we go. Circumstantial evidence is more than enough in today's world, and there's a lot of things, questionable things that took place. And like again, I could go off on that. If that's a question later on, I hope it is, but I'll keep it relevant here. Yeah, I hope it is. Yeah.
So Unisat paid over $1 million.
Speculation, but there's a minute left, guys. You have a minute and 10 seconds left.
Unisat paid over $1 million to do all these transfer inscriptions because you have to do a shitty transfer inscription for all the amount of BRC20s that they gave out in pizza, right? And they paid another $1 million to send it all out. So you can't even do what Leonidas did with BRC20s. It's not possible. It's too expensive. No one's
who the fuck wants airdrop like a loser though. That's a loser shit.
No, it's not. It's
Why
not
don't
loser
you go on
stuff.
the road and have a cup in your hand, a styrofoam cup, asking people for money too? It's the same shit.
You do videos about airdrops.
Yeah, because that's what my people wanted after fucking bitching to me why I don't create it. So I'm giving them what they want. If the market wants
30 seconds.
but the personal side of me is trying to show them how to fucking use your brain and how to do it the right way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we're here continuously looking for airdrops, what has become of crypto? Seriously.
That's all people do.
Because the culture is changing, right? For the worse. It is. That's just
airdrop hunting, in my opinion, is a big deal. I think I do it all the time. I collect points and I make crazy amounts of gains off it.
My biggest problem with airdrops is this: it opens up room for corruption because you got to trust that individual to airdrop and it's not on chain. Brc20s you cannot beat that.
1. All right, guys, that was a heck of a round. That was round number 4. Go ahead and vote now. Drop a 1 or a 2. 1 for Shizzy, 2 for Francis. You guys want on chain or you guys want to trust a guy? Might as well just go to your bank. Just let your bank hold all your money for you.
I'm sure you go through all the rune transactions.
No, go to just trust your bank. Just keep everything that you own in the bank, right? Might as well just do that if you want to trust people to give you what you should get.
8,
you know,
7.
I'd rather keep it all in bank.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, all votes are in for round 4. A lot of ones there. All right.
And we got some dog people there.
Yeah, this has been really good. We have 450 people watching us live, guys. You guys, that last round was probably the most passionate one. It was the most fun one for me. All right, we're going to start back with Francis on this one. Question number 5. OpCat could create new energy with a new token standard. Why will Brc20s survive once OpCat and other opcodes that offer compute programmability get added to Bitcoin Core? Go, Francis. Because
it's adding functionality, more programmability to them. That's why. Plain and simple. The reason why OpCat is going to advance it, and this goes for everything on Bitcoin. Again, it's not just about that, but the BRCs, you know, and I believe Fractal Bitcoin is on the forefront of doing this, right? And they're sending out tweets about, should we do OpCat? Should we incorporate this? I think at some point Satoshi took it off for whatever reason. There's different opinions around that. But I think if OpCat is truly going to give us this sort of like EVM-like experience, probably not as advanced, everyone is going to survive from this and prosper from this, I should say. So with Brc20 tokens, yes, it's going to help them out too. I think once again, Fractal Bitcoin is known for Brc20 tokens, but they're catering for the rest of the market as well. So OpCat is great for everyone, everything, every standard, right? That's on there. So I don't think it's just only going to make BRCs better, but also runes and whatever else is going to come in the future. I think OpCat is something that we should have here. It's just going to allow more advanced features, and that's going to breed innovation, and then innovation brings on mass adoption, so we all win. Like, I'm not your enemy, like not you, but I'm just saying in third party, I'm not nobody's enemy here. I just want to support logic and innovation and, you know, and facts. So yeah, I'm all for OpCat for everything. It's going to help everything out.
And there's about 50 seconds left, but there was a part of that question to where OpCat could potentially create a new token standard, because if they're smart contracts and stuff. Are you afraid Brc20s would have trouble with that?
I don't think so, because I don't see Brc20s or any token standard being successful on layer 1. It's just too freaking slow. So if Brc20s and runes and whatever else is going to be on, like, say, Fractal Bitcoin or some other L2, that's fine. But whatever happens on OpCat will be maybe, like, look, maybe OpCat could work with BRCs on layer 1, but it won't be the main area, the most productive way, and the most volume is not going to be on layer 1. It's going to be up north or Fractal, sidechain, however you want to look at it. So gotcha. I just don't see tokens being traded too heavily on layer 1 for an extended period of time with a large group. They're not going to like it.
Perfect. Okay. Shizzy, I'm going to reread the question to you. OpCat could create new energy with a new token standard. Why will runes standard survive once OpCat and other opcodes get added to Bitcoin Core? You got 2 minutes. Go.
Because the market caps of runes is going to be way higher. It's going to be stupid to create another token standard while you can use runes, which is it's going to be the highest traded tokens by that time OpCat comes out. Runes is destined for greatness because of the marketing, and I said that before, and I'll say it again. So you're going to take the biggest standard. Why create a new community when you can kind of go after a community that already has 7,000 new wallets a week, right? As of right now in this bear market of new holders of runes, you're going to go after the communities that are already there, and those communities are the runes community. So you're going to take these runes, and being a UTXO standard, you can actually do an inscription, do parent-child with that. So you're going to be able to do a lot of different things with that using recursion. Recursion and runes is going to be a big deal. I know they're trying to do that with BRC20s with 2.0, but the BRC 2.0 is just basically going to be either a UTXO model or it's going to be a completely new standard. You can't really upgrade a BRC20, but you can upgrade a rune because it's a UTXO model with parent and child and recursion. So they're just going to take what's the biggest community that'll be around, and it's already runes by the number of wallets, and they're going to take that standard and then they're going to move with it. And then that's going to allow runes to be on every single chain using OpCat, using layer 2s, just like Francis said. Layer 2s are going to make runes the next big thing. And that's my answer.
Are you done now?
Go ahead.
Yep. Francis,
Once again, Shizzy's talking out of his ass. He's talking about 1,000x. He's talking about market cap going to be higher. All of these unfalsifiable claims. None of it is actually happening. But what is happening is that how we still have Ordi, with nothing going on with Ordi. Ordi's still on Binance. Ordi's still was it 100 or just below, whatever it is. It's still higher than any other runes out there. Ordi doesn't have any marketers shilling it. People love organic growth. And all these notions of it happening and this and that. You guys are caught up. You guys are way too deep into the movie. Seriously, you're watching that movie. Snap out of it, bro.
Newspapers today,
because you're watching my channel. That's why. So I feel as though like don't get me wrong, Shizzy, you do bring up some legitimate points here, but I feel like the finishing part it doesn't match with your beginning. You know what I mean? It just goes off into like La La Land a little bit in terms of like this X higher market cap that would have already happened. And I just want to say this quickly here. Remember, I maybe I said it briefly, but the runes had Magic Eden to support them, Leonidas. They had wallets already on day one. We had to build that out. We didn't even know if it was going to happen, right? With BRCs, bro. So we were like the native Indians, and runes are like the settlers trying to get us out. That's what they are.
Unisat. Unisat's was bigger than
But Unisat was developed after BRC20s came to market, like about a month or whatever.
Unisat was created on a different chain. They were on the other Bitcoin.
But bro,
chain.
Unisat never knew what Duhn. Unisat never knew who Duhn was, and that tokens on Bitcoin was going to be a thing. They said, "Hey, look, we will try to make a market from this from scratch." It wasn't already there at launch. That's what I mean.
They were too early.
But remember what the settlers did after they took the land.
You like that analogy, Yagobi? I know you like that.
I liked it, but I felt like it kind of went against you because like the settlers came in and they built out. But I see what you're saying in terms of BRC20's first, innovators.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys got 3 minutes left. Shizzy, anything? Continue your rebuttal.
But to say that you guys didn't have, you had Unisat. Unisat was ready. Unisat had every single thing ready. They were.
You're trying to act like if Unisat came out before BRC20 tokens.
They did. Unisat did. They were built. They all came from Satoshi's vision.
So I guess Unisat has more newspapers today, not me, because they knew tokens was going to come out through a magic ball. Crystal ball.
They knew once because you gotta remember Ordinals came out in December, so they knew in January they were already building and they were waiting for someone to create a token standard. They were waiting.
Hold on. We got some from our Ordinal Revolution fact checkers. They're saying that no, I'm just kidding. But I wouldn't be so sure that Unisat knew about inscriptions before, like on BSV.
They were building a marketplace on Bitcoin way before Ordinals.
Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna wreck both of you guys. You know why you guys would know this? Because both of you guys at the time were still busy talking about Ethereum NFTs. Okay? So you guys wouldn't know. So you guys wouldn't know. So let me educate you and enlighten you, okay? A little bit here. Domo came out with this thing called BRC20 tokens because he saw that how .sats domains was a thing now. So we're having these different type of applications, if you will, or use cases for ordinals. It wasn't no more art. It was from art to .sats domains to then BRC20 tokens. Okay. Then from there, nothing was happening. We're like, oh shit, this is cool. We were trading in Discord chats, keeping it on spreadsheets, all these things. And then people like, fuck, I hope we get a marketplace. And I was covering this from day one. Even the directory brc-20.io was not showing any market caps. And please, can I share my screen?
Good.
I'll be really quick.
All right. Someone says Professor Francis speaking.
To be honest, I didn't even prepare properly, like in terms of these graphics here. Okay, so let's take a look at this, right? You guys, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Shizzy, I'm going to like this video for you, okay? So there we go. So this is on April 11th, right? As you know, if we go to Domo, D-O-M-O, it shows here that the BRC20 standard came out. This was posted on March 10th, okay? So March, January, March, April. About a month later, we saw this. We started to get prices, right? There was prices there before though, but 0.09. If you can't see, let me do this. 0.09. This is on BRC, as you can see, -20.io. That was a CoinGecko at the time. CoinGecko didn't want to mess with this shit. They thought it was weird, thought it was whatever. They was giving it room to grow. Okay. Right after that, look at this. This is dated on April 27th. This is another one of my videos. Ordi's at $1, $1.10. Okay, so that's the price gradually going up from there. And then from here, around this time is when Unisat came about, just slightly after, I would say, like with the marketplace to support BRC20 tokens. So that's when all of that went down. And this is why it goes back to the price I'm showing you. You guys are looking at these inaccurate, insufficient charts that's giving you an inaccurate assessment. Your charts that you're looking at does not record this data. So it's almost like if somebody is, you know, pulling out a page from a book and think they know the entire story. That's what you are doing for the most part.
Yeah, I was here in April for sure. So I knew that like there was was it Ord Swap first? Jack Lou's first.
Jack's was the first. That's correct.
Yeah, his initial platform. I remember seeing that and it died off. Okay, guys, you guys got like 30 seconds left. Anything else from you, Shizzy?
That was art though. He didn't support BRCs.
Yeah.
That was only art. Yeah.
But that's the thing too. So the buying Ordi and stuff like that, you can only do it by a centralized way, right? A very centralized way. You have to do it on what, QuickBooks and shit, right? So buying Ordi and stuff, it was a very few people. Seriously, it was very few people that are in that stuff. So giving people a chance, no one really got a chance.
You know what those people are called? Those people are called the trendsetters. That's why
people are called ass wipes because that's what they had to do to get into the
I wish we had Magic Eden. I wish we had them, but we didn't. So we did it on our own.
One.
Just like when Native Indians build their own huts. Native Indians build their own fucking huts, bro. That's what we did.
You're gonna pick either 1 for Shizzy or 2 for Francis.
Yo, and John, you're dead to me.
Vote now. Hey guys, remember we're not supposed to take these things personal. Come on now.
I'll take it John personally.
All right, you guys got about 20 seconds left to vote. So put your votes in because every vote counts. Remember, this is the state of our ecosystem at stake.
That's it. Show me those 2s, baby. Oh my God, that chat's going bonkers, bro.
8, 7, 6.
It's pretty going crazy.
5,
I've never seen half of these
throw
people.
Those 3 signs.
I've never seen half of these people.
1.
Yo, tallest man. Okay, tallest man. All right, buddy.
All right, guys. We got about 30 minutes left for this show, which has been amazing. And we got about 3 questions left. So we're going to go through these a little bit quicker. So the first questions are going to be 1-minute rounds each. We're going back to Shizzy. Round number 6. What is your argument for or against one main token standard surviving on Bitcoin with the rest dying? Will runes come out on top? Go.
Well, BRC20 won't come on top. BRC20 can't knock off anything. They will not be the leading token standard. They're not now. They never will be. You know, they might have been at one time, but like I said, you got to buy it through QuickBooks and you got to buy it through, you know, all these scammers that are out there probably scamming the crap out of people.
Like Binance?
When, go on. Like Binance.
Binance is a QuickBook. Go on.
42.
But Runes is going to be the token standard that leads it all. It's going to happen. I have tomorrow's new papers today. It's going to happen. We're in the same exact territory we were last year in BRC20s that we are in Runes.
Nope.
The same exact.
Completely different.
Go look. Ordi was $2 in last August.
I'm going to give you your chance, Francis.
All right, go ahead.
You got 20 seconds.
Sorry, repeat the question quickly. What's better?
All right. So the question is, what is your argument for or against one main token standard surviving on Bitcoin with the rest dying? Why will BRC20s be the standard that comes out on top?
Yesterday, it was sub 100K art. Then after that, it was rare sats. Then after that, it was dot sats domains. Then after that, it was BRCs. Then after that, that took over. Then big influencers came and forced us to you guys saying it's runes. The only reason why we're even talking about the runes is because it's just spoken about and it's been forced down our throats. That's it. It's the next forthcoming of the next big gainers, which pretty much you got rugged in terms of it never happened, right? That was a big rug. So this is what I truly believe. And this is from my experience and from what I hear from others, I don't think there's going to be much dominant force here on L1 because of the long block confirmations. That's the fact. I think trading needs to take place somewhere else. So to answer your question, I just don't see anything really happening here from a trader standpoint on L1. It just can't happen. The block size needs to increase. That's never going to happen anytime soon. Okay. Or the block confirmation's got to get much faster as well. Those two things can never happen. So
9.
To answer your question, no standard is going to be the dominant force on L1. They need to go somewhere else like Fractal Bitcoin. And that's where the gains that you thought you're going to get from runes is going to happen. So make sure you subscribe to my channel.
All right, guys. Shizzy, you got a rebuttal to that?
Fractal Bitcoin is they're an L2 though, but you know what I mean. So it doesn't really matter. What I mean. You can bridge anything to Merlin right now. So I'm a true believer in Fractal's going to be awesome. But you can right now. And my only issue with Fractal, I know this isn't part of the question, but I just want to respond to it. My biggest issue with Fractal is there's going to be issues with it. Right? It's not going to come out in September. We all know how Unisat works. They promise stuff in September, they bring it out in February, and it's still ass. There's still people trapped in Unisat. So if you're expecting Fractal to come out in September, you are crazy. It is December at the earliest. Next year, definitely. But I'm very bullish on it. I think it's gonna be special. But right now, you can do the exact same thing you do in Fractal on Merlin. Right now, you can LP pools. We know that the Blur of Bitcoin is being built over there. The Verotium Dex is being built over there. There's a lot of things happening on Merlin right now that people don't even understand. You can do right now. But what was the question again?
You answered it. You answered it. So I'll be very quick here. I love Merlin. I love Jeff. He has a lot of balls, and I respect him greatly. I just feel as though people might appreciate having as much core values to Bitcoin as possible, right? So MetaMask wallet, we're not using that. I don't think we're going to be depending on EVM upgrades as well, right? It's more dependent on its own resources, right? The Fractal Bitcoin, Bitcoin core code, having the proof of work, right? Faster blocks, like all those things matter, I think, and people might be intrigued to that, right? So, and again, I say it might because I don't know for certain, because this will be an unfalsifiable claim. I'm not ready to state that. I just want to go with facts and logic for the time being, but that's what I foresee. And again, if I'm talking about unfalsifiable claims, I'm pretty much right on everything. I said 3 months later from the day when Runes went live, it'll be dead. It's dead. I said dog ain't gonna do shit. People are wrecked right now. So I think maybe my unfalsifiable claims is reality.
If you weren't expecting Runes to be dead in August, you're just not educated, right? August and July are just dead months for all BRC. I mean, look, the same thing happened to Unisat last year.
John, bring up the tweets.
We covered it. We covered it every single time.
You said that builders would build here in 3 months, and I'm like, it's going to be dead. And now you're saying that if you thought it was going to be dead, you don't know nothing, bro.
You're talking about prices. I'm talking about the building. The building is happening. There's
1 minute.
Than anyone believes. The building that is happening on Runes.
Like what you said, you could build as much as you want, but if people ain't making money, if they're doing anything,
they will come.
If they will come. All right, we don't got fucking 2 years to wait. This is crypto, bro. Let me go invest into the S&P 500 then.
Well, I mean, but we are going to get stuff that's being built. I mean, we see like the pump down fund of Bitcoin is being built over there. We see something over there. The Fractal is it's going to be a really big thing.
Yeah.
But my thing is it's not a 2024 thing. It's going to be a 2025 thing, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with waiting. It's going to push out the believers and the non-believers, and we're going to be able to get in real early on a lot of really cool things.
As long as it works, I'm happy.
Stuff like that. Yeah, 100%. And I think that thing. But you got to remember too, the Unisat swap is still terrible. It still has people locked in there, and we're about
the L1 swap. Now. The L1 swap. Yeah, I mean they had issues with that, but again, nobody ever really tried to do that. I think before them. And they're trying to do it in a decentralized way. I think there's centralized options there.
2.
It's still an L2.
Great round, guys. Great round.
Yeah, the layer 1 swap module. The swap module on L1.
All right, guys. Vote now for round 6.
Get a bridge.
No, the L1 swap module. The one where the sats
for Francis.
You still have to bridge to get into that.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, my bad. Yeah, sorry.
So and I don't care. Everybody out there, stop saying you're on L1 if you have to bridge. If I have to bridge, I am no longer on L1.
No, you're not. That's something we could agree on for sure.
Got about 10 seconds left to put your votes in.
Oh shit, we got some ones here now. Oh shit.
5, 4.
Can't hear you, Shizzy. I can't
3,
hear you.
2.
Now you come back. Now you're
All
back.
right, there we go.
My mic is a good
round
mic,
6
bro.
voting is done. I forgot who went first this last round. I think was it
I got
Shizzy?
some lube for Shizzy.
It was Shizzy, I think.
Okay. All right, round number 7, guys, and then we have one last round after that, and maybe we'll be able to squeeze in a couple. I've had some gray hairs already. It's Toshi, not just from today, but maybe we can squeeze in some comments and questions there. But let's get to round number 7. We'll start with Francis here. Okay, memes are a big part of fungible token communities. Why is BRC20 better for meme community building than other standards? Go.
I think the saying that holds true in especially crypto is first is first, and we have the first ever meme coin on Bitcoin. That's it. I'm done. There's nothing to debate when it comes to that question. Memes on Bitcoin is the first meme coin to ever launch on Bitcoin. Whether you like BRC20s or not, you should respect and value that. And this was one of my issues. And I'm going a little bit off topic here, kind of. You know, if this guy's such a big Bitcoin historian, why doesn't he talk about the first meme coin on Bitcoin? Let's talk about something else that he creates, that he could create to get some clout. But anyways, so I would just say first is first. It's the first ever meme coin to go on Bitcoin, and that's all that we need. Case done. You can't. How are you going to come and rebuttal on this? You just can't. There's nothing you could say that outweighs what I just said. First is first. The first ever meme coin. There you go. You should support that. End of discussion. I don't even know what to say to this other than that. There's nothing else to say. That's it.
All right, Shizzy, your rebuttal. Go. You got 1 minute starting
Repeat
now.
the question?
Okay, let me pause this real quick. The question is, memes are a big part of fungible token communities. Why is Runes better for meme community building than other token standards on Bitcoin? Go.
Well, he was right. Ordi was the first, but no one talks about Doge no more. Doge was the first meme coin ever existed, right? No one talks about it no more. It's always in the back of someone's mind. They don't even think about it. Who the hell is buying Doge right now? You're an idiot for buying Doge. But there's going to be new memes like Billion Dollar Cat, something I think me and you both agree on that is better than Dog. But there's going to be memes like that are going to do 40x's, 50x's, 100x's maybe, right? There's going to be a lot of these type of new coins, and you're going to be able to get into new runes. Everyone's chasing that new shiny thing. Doge was out of everyone's mind when Shiba came through. Shiba was out of everyone's minds when Floki came through. It's always on to the next big thing. It's always on to the next hot thing. Where can I make 100x? Where can I make 1,000x? Everyone is looking for that, and that only. Yes, like if I was like playing it smart in a meme coin game, yes, I would have a little Ordi, I would have a little bit a Dog, but then I would still 20% of my meme portfolio will be these new shiny toys, and that's why Ordi is always going to be there, but it'll be in the back of your mind, not in the front.
Oh yeah, and how's that working out for you so far? Those new shiny
5 minute freestyle, go. 5 minute freestyle.
How's those? Why don't you wait till August to buy then?
I did. I'm buying every day.
But you bought it. You bought every day, exactly. So you're throwing darts in the dark, hoping that this is the day that it goes up. So
no, that's not true. I'm getting ready for October. And anytime there's a huge dip,
so you buy every day in anticipation for October. So you buy when it's high, you're just buying no matter what, no matter if it's a fucking high, low, in between. So I think the best way. The best way I could describe this is for meme building. If you look at BRC20 tokens, it essentially always memes besides Shint. That was the first utility token ever on Bitcoin. And then Runes comes out as the next big thing. And then it's just all a bunch of memes too. Hold on. And it's all just a bunch of memes as well. So it's just another experience of what already is there. Memes again, memes again. Oversaturation comes into the market. People lose interest. Trading is still horrible. So again, they have the same exact, portfolio, not portfolio, but the same exact type of tokens that already existed, and they come with something new when it's not new. So if you talk about memes, they showed us that we already did this, or I wouldn't say we, because I don't want to pledge allegiance, but BRC20s showed that how they already did this, and you're coming with something expecting to, to be on top of Mount Rushmore or something here. It just don't work like that. So it already was created before Runes came out with memes. Pepe. Memes on Bitcoin. You can say Ordi's a fucking meme. We had Wizard, bro. Come on, man. We talk about some next level gains here too. People buying homes and shit. When people are buying homes with BRC20 gains, while other people are losing homes with Runes.
You can't judge it till next year. BRC20 is over a year and a half old. Runes is like 4 months old.
Okay, could we at least agree on something though, Shizzy? Could we please at least agree? Because if we can't agree on this, I don't see us coming to a common ground here. Could we at least agree to mint one token was 0.003 cents, right? If you minted 1,000 and it cost you $3, which it did at the time, okay, you divide 3 by 1,000 to get 0.003. If we could agree on that, then we do the math on how that price grew to where it's now or whatever. It's still exponential gains. When you look at any runes right now, they are either below the mint price or hovering just over 2x. Who the fuck celebrates half an X?
I just want to put it this. So if we can go back to when BRC20s were 5 months old, 6 months old.
Okay.
Right. It wasn't 1,000x. So I just want to give that same time frame the runes. I just want to wait until let's just say February of next year or April of next year when it's 1 year old and judge it from the price of Ordi when it's 1 year old.
But I showed you the first 2 months, right, from the videos, right? Actually, I didn't show you the other one, but I showed you the price progression going up from the first 2 months. That isn't part of your data sheet.
30 seconds.
Right. And again, if we look at that and it's there for you, I can't edit that video. It's already uploaded. It tells a different story. It tells a different story than what you're telling. You know?
Still want the $29 in April to $2 in August or Ordi.
That's fine. That's fine.
9,
but even if it did $2 divided by 0.003 is how much? Over 10x.
5.
But nobody got
4,
in back then.
3.
But we're talking about token performance, and a lot of people did. Look at the
All right, guys, we're
midterms.
gonna wrap
Not
up.
a lot of people.
Buddy,
Round
hundreds of
700
people got into it.
Round 7 is
Couple
done,
hundred.
guys.
Okay.
Good.
Buy it
points
at
on both
9
sides
cents.
there. All right,
Couple
guys.
hundred people had
Here,
access.
we are
Buy
going
it
to
at 9
vote
cents.
1 for Shizzy or
No.
2 for Francis. Go now.
Show me
Drop
some
a 1 or
love.
2.
Dude, I'm not gonna be able to do the wheel. There's too many comments. It's impossible.
We
I can't even.
can make a video of all the people. A post show video.
Let's just do a question. Let's throw a question in there. First person to get the question right. Let's do trivia. I mean, let's do trivia, right? You got a question for? You got a historical question?
We also have a schedule, Mr. Shizzy.
There's just too many. I wasn't prepared for this many comments.
Yeah, I mean, let's take it. I'm having a lot of fun.
All right, 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left to put your votes in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John putting multiple number 2s in there, cheating.
I know.
What is this? The 2020 election?
He's a Francis fanboy.
All right, guys, this is the final round, and it is a generic question because we are going to wrap things up, and I think this is a good question just to kind of wrap things up. We'll start with Shizzy. You get 1 minute here, and the question is, why is the Runes token standard the best current standard in the Bitcoin ecosystem? Go now.
Like I said in the very beginning, this is a good way to finish it out because marketing plus builders equals mass adoption. And in order to be the #1 token standard, you need, holy shit, go buy yourself some sats in your Runes bag. Oh, wow. Thank you, sir.
There you go. Go buy some sats, bro. At least you can see you're up on something. It's on me. There you go.
But I'll finish this out shortly, just how I started it. To get mass adoption, you need marketing plus builders, and Runes has that. So it's simple. In a year from now, we're going to see that market cap of Runes is going to be way higher because I have tomorrow's new papers today.
All right.
Is this the closing statement, or is this just the last question?
This is the closing statement.
Okay,
so you got 30 seconds left. If you want anything, I want you to utilize all your time. So you got 30 seconds. Do you want to say anything else to close out, Shizzy?
That's it.
Okay. All right, Francis, this is the closing statement. You get 1 minute. Same question. I'll ask again. Why is BRC20 token standard the best current fungible token standard in the Bitcoin ecosystem? Go now.
I would say when we're talking about the cryptocurrency game, this is the money game, and gains do matter. As much as people may say otherwise, technology matters as well, of course. But when you're working with limited standards here, right, and limitations on a chain like Bitcoin, there's not that much innovation you could do. You could try to push the boundaries as much as you can, but no matter how much you push the boundaries, you're still limited to that 1 megabyte and the 12-minute block confirmations. So since we're limited with that, it comes down to the price, right? So it comes down to the price. And when you look at it, again, I understand, at the launch of Runes, how could I word this? The burden of proof, so to speak, was on me to prove myself because it was a crazy thing to say at the time, right? I was against the status quo, all of these things. But when we look 3 minutes later, in retrospect, it's not even my prerogative to defend my thesis anymore because the scoreboard says you're losing badly, right? You're all in red. You didn't make anything past fucking 3.5x was dog. Some did 10x, but we ain't talking about 100x. We ain't talking about generational gains. And BRC20s did that.
It's 4
All right,
months
I'm going to
old.
let a freestyle go for 3 minutes. This is the final freestyle.
It's 4 months old. You got to give it time.
Bro, why didn't you go? Why
There's
didn't you go
nobody
fucking buy? So why don't you go buy some real estate then, bro, if you're looking for long-term gains?
It's not a long-term game. I'm talking
2 months
October.
into this. 2 months into this, we were already at 300x, bro. We minted it. When you say that how old, well, nobody minted it. Bro, how come I minted it then? I'm not old, but
you're OG. You know how to do this.
That's bullshit. No, that's bullshit.
As I'm saying, it was a selected few that got in early. It was not many. It was back then. It was like 300 to 500 people, and you guys stacked up so much, and you dumped it on everybody. Maybe
but
not.
Why
you,
am I an OG?
you,
but it's not like if I'm a big influencer and Domo said, "Hey, bro, I think this is going to do good. You want to fucking talk about it? I'll give you already." I saw it just the way anybody else could see it on Twitter or on
tomorrow's newspapers today.
Well, then yeah, you're right on that. Definitely heard that. I'm not going to argue that.
It's not fair. I don't have
argue that.
I can't go outside. I get today's paper when I go outside.
But Shizzy, my point is this, right? So if everybody knows about something, right, like Runes, this is what we see happen, right? SATVB goes to 1200. Speaking of SATVB, what's it at? 2? Bro, with BRCs, it never went past like fucking like 90. It was always 300, 200.
last August it was just as low as today.
No
Yagobi,
fucking way, dog.
Yeah, Yagobi.
It
We were
wasn't
minting
this low.
stats. We
Bro,
were minting stats last August for 2 V-bytes.
dude, I don't know if it was this fucking low. It was low. It was
You were
lower.
on a yacht, jumping off yachts.
Yeah, and I guess what? I was doing that because guess what? I'm more right than I am wrong. You're more wrong than you're right. So you can't jump off a yacht. Okay? So you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But you know what I mean? It's like I feel as though the way I do things is the same way anybody could do it. I don't think I have an advantage over people when I just do research. You know, and that's what I did, and we saw it. We didn't even know if anything would become of it. I could look like an idiot, but the risk reward was worth it. And if everybody incorporates those same sort of like strategies, anybody could do this shit, man. So I can't agree with you on saying that oh yeah, you're an OG. Anybody could have done it.
Yeah. There's a
Very
minute
few
left,
done it, though.
guys.
It was
for you
very
guys
few.
to
But
go.
even if it's not the mint, even if you bought on the market, you still did well. Probably not like a 400x. Like for example, I showed you Ordi at 0.09. I showed that. Then it went up to whatever, came back down, went up to 80, and then I had it at $1, right? Okay, it went up to 26, came back down to 2, but you still had a chance to sell. Then it went to Binance, and game's over. And again, if the people that you should worry about caring the most about runes like Binance and China, they don't care. Or else it already would be listed. You want to talk about all this trading volume? If Dog really had good trading volume, it already would be listed on Binance, and it's not. That should have been a question. Why isn't Dog
30
listed on
seconds.
Binance? Go ahead, Shizzy.
No one gave it to Binance, but there's a line of people that give tokens to Binance. There's nobody with that much dog thing walk up to Binance and say, here's 20% of the supply. In order to get on something like Binance, you have to come bag ready. And there's nobody willing to do that.
So why don't you tweet that out to all the dog lovers then? To tell them that. Please tell
We
them
don't
that.
need Binance yet.
9,
We don't need Binance yet. We'll
8,
get Binance.
Binance yet. Bro,
We'll get Binance.
the market has caused
3,
unsalvageable havoc
2,
on runes and is
1.
never going to recover.
It's August.
right.
It happens every year.
Guys,
August
we are
is just
done. All right.
terrible for
That's the
Bitcoin.
last round there. Round number 8. Vote 1 for Shizzy or 2 for Francis. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds here.
You get a lot of
to get-
Yagobi is killing it tweets. Apparently, you win today, Yagobi.
Hey, look, Shizzy, I feel bad for you. Let me give you a one.
I got all this money, bro. I'm good.
There we go.
You got about 10 more seconds, guys.
And these are $1,000 bills, guys. Just so you guys know.
Oh,
$1,000
shit.
bills.
Oh,
That's
shit.
how rich I am.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finished. All right, guys.
All right. That was
What
fun,
a
Francis.
debate.
Thank you, bro.
What a
Well, thank
debate,
you, man.
man. I could feel the passion from both sides. The communities showed up for sure. You know, hopefully we can do something like this in the future as well. We want to give thanks to Orange for sponsoring, and guys, we will do the giveaways. So Shizzy, I'm thinking what we do is get everybody's username that commented in here,
Yeah.
and then we make a pre-recorded video with a randomizer, and we're able to pick
The
5
only
winners.
problem with that is I can only grab so many at one time. That like when I go to copy it, that's the tough part. I can't copy like 20,000 messages.
Yeah,
in one.
well, I'm gonna leave this screen up so
Okay.
we can make sure it's done right. You know,
Well,
this was
guys, we'll do a
sponsored.
video on it. We'll spin the wheel live on the video. We'll make sure it gets put out, and we'll make sure you guys know that you won.
100%, and I'll create a Google Sheets like I always do to put
Yeah.
out there to the public so you guys can make sure that you were there. And believe me, I'm saving the screenshots of who commented in here, so don't even try to pull a fast one on me because I'll catch your ass. All right. Anyway, Francis, did you have something to say?
No, I just want to say so that who actually, which doesn't matter, but who won the debate?
So
Yagobi.
I gotta go through all the
I feel like I'm Trump in the sense of not that he's great, but I'm Trump. I'm like the competitor, and he's like Biden. He's already in power, and then we got the government, which is you, who's on the Biden side, giving us the results. That's what I feel.
No. I'm going to tally up all the votes. I gotta tally up.
Do you got a fucking sniper out there somewhere through the window?
See that
Well,
tree right there?
you have some protection.
It's
Some
bulletproof.
protection there.
Bulletproof. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you know,
Guys,
we want to
the headset is bulletproof.
give a thanks to you too, Francis. You know, you've been great to Ordinal Revolution, and hopefully we've reciprocated that to you,
Yeah.
you and
Hell
your
yeah.
community as well. At the end of the day, guys, like, you know, Francis and us and entities like that really just want to educate the space. Look, we're here. We're all about love. We're all about educating. At the end of the day, people are here to, I mean, it's a gamified environment that we're in. So you got to be smart. You got to get the
Yes.
education. You like, Francis's newspapers that he gets tomorrow, today, and the information that we put out on Ordinal Revolution. We're not here to bash on any feelings or anything like that, but one thing I will say is that emotions can really, bring you down, and you got to rise above that. This is a black and white market in terms of what's, where to go and stuff like that. So, we're thankful for you guys. I know Francis is thankful for his audience and the overall ecosystem. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in. 700 people today. Amazing.
Hell, crazy.
So Francis, any last words from you?
Yeah, I would just like to say, man, the feeling is mutual between you guys and myself. You guys truly understand me. You know that I mean well, and you'll be outspoken with that too. So I really respect you guys. You guys showing up every single day. I don't even know how you guys do that for like over a year now. You're highly dedicated. You guys are true researchers, and this is what I respect. There's not much researchers in the space anymore. There's just a lot of people seeing what's out there and they want to repeat what's out there, but you guys try to find it first. So I could see a lot of me and you guys, and that means well. That's a hardworking team you got there. Your audience too, man. Kudos to them. Thanks for everybody who showed up. Orange, thank you so much for sponsoring this. Means a lot. And what can I say? I look forward in the working with you guys in the future, and let's just kill the markets, right? And just give value to the people.
100%.
For sure.
And I just give mine real quick. Yeah, it's definitely. So, Francis, I remember watching you, man, in April when I was getting started. I was at my job. I was a CNC machinist, and I've been watching your channel. And today, to have you on our channel during this debate, it's seriously a dream come true, man. Like I say that as like as somebody who's passionate about crypto. I'm a YouTuber. That's why I want to start YouTube. I'm someone who watched YouTube for the last 4 years on crypto. Before that, I had a mortgage, paycheck to paycheck. I hated my life. I would sit outside my house. I didn't want to go in my house, see my streaming kids, because it just wasn't there. And today, to be able to provide for my family, to sit here with you, somebody who I look up to and somebody that I want to be like in the future, it's really big for me. This is awesome. I just want to give you your flowers. I don't want to give flowers, man, but it's really cool. And going back to April, to watching your channel, to sitting here with you, just amazing.
Oh, honestly, you're gonna make me tear up, bro. I wear my emotions on the sleeve, but that really hit me hard, bro. Really appreciate that, Shizzy. You're a class act, and so is Yagobi, man. And we're like this family, and I can't wait to see you guys in Singapore, man.
Well, about that.
Yagobi's giving me a look. He ain't going. Yagobi's like, what's that? Oh, he got frozen, I think.
Yeah, he's going. I'm debating on going now, but
bro, no, your ass gotta come.
We'll see. Okay, I need better market conditions. So I'm spending 10K on this jersey.
Bro, does Yagobi like on a standstill, or is he like, what's he doing there?
Yeah,
he's not blinking. Oh, no, he left. That's what I said. Yeah,
he left. Okay. He couldn't take the love. He had to leave. He was crying.
He didn't want to cry on camera. All good. Well, yeah,
man. Like I said, all good. But yeah. So he bought his tickets already because he's going on vacation after that to another part of that country. But I'm thinking about it. Okay, I'm still in the air, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You'll definitely be there.
I think it's 95% sure. Yeah, we're gonna go. We'll go. I didn't book us yet, but we're about to book maybe within the next week or two. Yeah. But we gotta go.
Yeah, man. I'll see if Yagobi pops back in, but if not, dude, 715 people in here. Just appreciate all you guys, and we'll kind of end it on that. Appreciate you, Francis, and if you want to hang out after this, just let me know.
Yeah. We can chat for a couple of minutes for sure. Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Thank you, guys. Check out OrdinalRevolution.com. Check out Francis's YouTube channel and everything you put out. So, and Sad Hunters, go mint on Sad Hunters.
Yes.
See you guys.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin sets to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, Brc20, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With make no calls. I get so far, got 100 phone calls. Bet I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty, where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me.